Hey, SKOL Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? This is your die-hard Vikings fan here, fired up and ready to dive into the latest from Vikings news. Because oh man, we've got some wild twists heading into Week 3. Imagine this. Our boys are licking their wounds after that gut-wrenching 22-6 loss to the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. But hold up, Carson Wentz is stepping in under center against a 2-0 Bengals squad, led by Jake Browning. Is this the spark we need to roar back? Or are we staring down another uphill battle? Stick with me through this roller coaster, and let's unpack it all. Your thoughts on Wentz's big arm? Drop M in the comments. The Bengals are rolling in hot, 2-0 after those nail-biting wins over the Browns and Jaguars, and now they're hitting the road with Jake Browning slinging it against us. But let's talk Vikings. We kicked off the season with a gritty Monday Night Football victory over the Bears in Week 1. Only to get smacked 22-6 by the Falcons last Sunday. That loss stings like a frozen U.S. Bank Stadium wind. But here's the teaser. With injuries piling up, Carson Wentz is our Hail Mary passer. Can his veteran magic turn this ship around? Fans, are you buying the hype or bracing for impact? Our defense, under Brian Flores, has been a mixed bag so far. A league-low 48.4 PFF grade that has us scratching our heads after last year's dominance. Yet, they've only coughed up 3 touchdowns in 2 games, which is something to cling to like a Jefferson grab. Up front, we signed beasts like Jonathan Allen from the Commanders and Javon Hargrave from the Niners to shore up the line, even though we held teams under 100 rushing yards per game last season. But that 5.2 yards per carry allowed? 6th worst in the league, yikes. What's your fix for stopping the run, Vikings Nation? As we gear up for Cincy, remember this. Our pass rush has notched 45 pressures and 5 sacks already, building on that 4th-place finish with 49 sacks in 2024. Jonathan Greenid is a monster with 12 pressures and 8 hurries, but Hargrave's leading with 2 sacks. With Andrew Van Ginkel sidelined by a concussion in Week 2, he had 11.5 sacks opposite Greenid last year. We're thin. Still, that pressure could rattle Browning. Hang tight. Next up, the offense that's got us all on edge. Disaster struck Monday afternoon when the news dropped. Second-year QB J.J. McCarthy's out with an ankle sprain from that Falcons fiasco. Enter Carson Wentz, the former number 2 overall pick who inked a deal with us in late August. This guy's a grizzled vet in his 10th NFL season, with stops at the Eagles, Colts, Commanders, Rams, and Chiefs. He started 94 games, and get this. In 2017, he went 11-2 for Philly before a knee injury sidelined him. They won the Super Bowl anyway, and he snagged AP All-Pro second-team honors. Wentz under the lights, electric or erratic? You tell me, SKOL Squad. Bengals coach Zach Taylor spilled the beans during his presser. Carson's had a lot of success in this league. He's always challenging, he's dynamic with his legs, he's got a big arm, he's been in a lot of big moments. He's done a lot of really good things. Coming from the enemy camp, that's high praise. Makes you wonder if Wentz has been studying our playbook like a mad scientist. With his cannon and mobility, he could unlock this offense that's sputtered so far. But can he gel with the crew overnight? That's the million-dollar question hanging over Vikings News HQ. Picture Wentz dropping back, scanning the field, that big arm launching lasers to Jefferson. It's got potential for fireworks, but we've seen his roller coaster rides before. Last year with the Chiefs in 2024, he flashed in spots, but consistency, that's our prayer. As we face a Bengals D that's feasting early, Wentz's poise in big spots could be the difference. Teasing ahead. The running game just took a hit too. Who's stepping up to pound the rock? Oof. The plot thickens. RB Aaron Jones tweaked his hamstring Sunday night against Atlanta, likely sidelining our workhorse for this Bengals clash. That's a dagger for an offense already playing catch-up. Jones has been the heartbeat of our ground attack, but now Jordan Mason's thrust into the lead role. The guys hauled it 24 times over the first 2 weeks for 98 yards, earning a stellar 77.7 PFF rush grade, 4th best among backs league-wide. Mason's got that burst. Can he carry the load like a Viking legend? Fans, who's your backup hero pick? Mason's no slouch. His vision and patience scream starter potential, especially after we snagged him to add depth. Without Jones, we'll lean on those quick cuts and north-south runs to set up play action for Wentz. Remember Week 1 against the Bears? Our run game controlled the clock. If Mason channels that, we keep Cincy's safeties honest. But against a Bengals front that's swarming, every yard will be earned in the trenches. Vikings news is buzzing. Will this injury light a fire or fizzle us out? Diving deeper, Mason's efficiency stands out, averaging about 4.1 yards per tote so far with 0 fumbles. That's reliability we crave. Pair him with some misdirection and screens, and Wentz might find his rhythm. But let's not sugarcoat it. The O-line's woes could turn Mason into a piñata. Up next, the aerial assault, where our star shines brightest despite the chaos. Enter the king, Wr. Justin Jefferson, our 2-time All-Pro torchbearer, leading the charge through the air. In just 2 games, he's snagged 7 balls for 125 yards and a score, proving why he's the league's most feared receiver. And hold on to your horns. He just tied Larry Fitzgerald as the youngest to hit 500 career receptions. Future Hall of Famer status. Incoming. Jefferson's routes are poetry. That contested catchability? Unmatched. What's your favorite JJ moment so far this year, Purple People Eaters? With Jordan Addison suspended for the first 3 weeks, we pulled a savvy move pre-week 1. Trading for Adam Thielen from the Panthers. Thielen, a Vikings lifer for 9 years and 2-time Pro Bowler, brings that savvy slot presence back home after a Carolina detour. He's got 50 catches for 500 yards last season. Vintage Thielen chemistry with our QBs could be gold. Imagine Wentz hitting him on crossing routes while Jefferson stretches the field. Bengals secondary, you ready? Jefferson's YAC game is lethal, turning short slants into house calls, and Thielen's sure hands add reliability. Together, they're a duo that forces defenses to pick their poison. But without Addison, depth's tested. Jalen Nailor steps up, but can he? This receiving core has Super Bowl dreams written all over it. Tease alert. The O-line that protects it all? Not looking so hot after week 2. Our offensive line? Let's call it what it is. A work in progress that's got us sweating bullets. In that Falcons loss, they crumbled in pass protection, surrendering 16 pressures and 6 sacks. Brutal. Heading into Cincy, they're banged up bad. LT Christian Darrisaw's nursing a knee from 2024, and his sub Justin SKOL exited with a concussion, joining C. Ryan Kelly in protocol. That's chaos at the point of attack, folks. How do we rally the trenches without turning Wentz into a statue? Sound off below. Darrisaw's a cornerstone when healthy, all-pro caliber, but his absence exposes vulnerabilities. SKOL's solid in spots, but concussions don't lie. We'll see backups like David Quessenberry step in. The interior? Kelly's a vet anchor, but if he's out, it's scramble time. Last year, we ranked mid-pack in sacks allowed. Now it's trending ugly. Vikings news tip. Scheme around quick releases to save Wentz's hide. Rebuilding the line's priority, free agency splashes helped, but injuries don't care. If they gel, Mason runs free and Jefferson feasts. If not, it's 3-and-out city. Flores might blitz more to compensate, but offense needs time. Shifting gears, our D's low-grade hides some grit. Let's break it down. Flip to the defense. Brian Flores' squad owns a dismal 48.4 PFF grade. Dead last, but don't hit the panic button yet. They've stonewalled just 3 touchdowns in 2 games, forcing field goals and turnovers in key spots. It's bend but don't break vibes, echoing last year's resilience. Against a Bengals offense clicking with Browning, can our D force mistakes? You feeling the Flores fire, or time for tweaks? Run defense? That's the sore spot. 6th most yards per carry at 5.2, despite offseason hauls like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave bulking the front. Last season, we capped foes under 100 rushers per game. Now it's leaky. Allen's a disruptor with 8.5 sacks in DC. Hargrave's a run-stuffer extraordinaire, on paper unstoppable. But execution? That's the grind. Bengals' ground game could exploit it. Yet, positives shine. We've limited big plays with only 1 run over 20 yards allowed. Flores' scheme twists protections, creating negative plays. If Allen and Hargrave clog lanes, Browning's passing windows shrink. Teasing the pass rush. It's humming early. Stay tuned for the pressure cooker. Pass rush? Now we're talking 45 total pressures and 5 sacks through 2 weeks, carrying over that fourth-ranked 49-sack season from 2024. Jonathan Greenid is a beast mode edge, racking 12 pressures and 8 hurries already. He's our sack artist's apprentice. But Javon Hargrave steals the show with 2 QB takedowns, interior dominance like that flips games. Who's your early D-line MVP, SKOL fam? Greenid's motor never quits. Last year, 10.5 sacks. This season, he's projecting All-Pro. Pair him with Andrew Van Ginkel, who missed Week 2 with a concussion but terrorized with 11.5 sacks opposite in 2024. When healthy, that's a nightmare twosome for Browning. Hargrave's quick hands and power? Bengals O-line's nightmare fuel. We've hit QBs on 25% of dropbacks, elite territory. Flores dials exotic blitzes, but it's the 4-man rush shining. Against Cincy's quick game, sustained pressure wears M down. But interceptions? Zilch so far after leading the league with 24 last year. That's our next frontier. Secondary struggles echo the overall D-grade. Byron Murphy Jr., our CB1, surrendered the team's lone passing TD, going 7-4-7 in coverage over 2 games. That's 98 yards allowed. Tough sledding for a lockdown guy. No picks yet after topping the NFL with 24 in 2024. Where's that ball hawk energy? Murphy rebound time against Bengals WRs? Your take? Vikings diehards? Harrison Smith's absence looms large. Out with illness, no snaps yet. The guy's a 13-year vet, coverage wizard. Without him, Theo Jackson stepping up with a 54.7 grade at safety. Jackson's rangy, but Smith's instincts are irreplaceable. 6 INTs last year. Bengals Jamar Chase could feast if we don't adjust. Josh Metellus, wait. Martellus? Nah, it's Josh holding it down next to the slot, leading with a 73.1 coverage grade. Underrated gem, picking off 2 last season. He's the rover keeping Jamar honest. With Smith potentially back soon, the back end stabilizes. But for now, it's communicate or perish mode. Tying it all together. Our D's youth and tweaks are gelling unevenly, but the bones are there. Flores' aggressive calls have us third in third down stops at 28.6%. Clutch. Against a 2-0 Bengals team that's outscoring foes by 10 per game, we need that opportunistic streak. Remember the Bears win? D forced 2 turnovers. Can we replicate versus Cincy? Offseason moves like Allen and Hargrave were for run stuffing. Now it's showtime. Pass rush compensates for secondary hiccups, but interceptions must flow. Browning's efficient but not elite. Our pressure could force errant throws. Vikings news exclusive vibe. This matchup tests Flores' genius. Deep breath, fans, this early skid isn't the story. We've got weapons, schemes, and heart. Wentz's debut adds unpredictability. Lean into it. What's the key to victory? D sacks or O explosions? Poll in comments. Zooming back to Wentz, his Philly days? Electric. That 2017 MVP caliber stretch. 3,296 yards. 33 TDs in 12 games. Then the injury, but the ring came. Colts 2021. 7-4 record before benching. Washington's mess. Rams backup. Chiefs spot starter in 2024. Journeyman but proven winner. Here with Jefferson. Dream fit. Wentz 2.0 incoming? Taylor's quote lingers. Dynamic legs, big arm, big moments. Wentz's 4.8 yards per rush career scrambler threat. Against Bengals, quick decisions beat their front 7. We've seen vets like Cousins thrive. Wentz's arm talent tops that. But turnovers? His Achilles. 9 INTs last full start. Clean sheet needed. Envision it. Wentz rolls out, lofts to Jefferson for 50. Crowd erupts. That's the magic we're chasing after McCarthy's promise. Injury sucks, but opportunity knocks. Tease. How's the line holding up for him? O-line revisited. 6 sacks versus Falcons exposed cracks. Darrisaw's knee from 2024 lingers. He's a technician. 85.2 PFF pass block last year. Skewell's concussion? Protocol strict. Expect Will Fries or a practice squad call-up. Kelly's head knock adds insult. Garrett Bradbury shifts? Chaos. We've invested in youth. Ed Ingram's improving at guard, but pressures mount. Scheme helps. RPOs for Wentz's legs, but against Bengals' Trey Hendrickson, 2 sacks already. It's war. Goal. Under 4 pressures to let the air game breathe. Vikings News Watch. Tape study or bust. Resilience defines us. Remember 1998 comeback? Lines rally. If they protect, Mason grinds, Jefferson soars. Injury report Tuesday will clarify. Pray for returns. Shifting to run game depth. Mason spotlight. 24 carries. 98 yards. Solid. But volume ramps up sans Jones. Jones 4.6 YPC last year. Mason matches at 4.1. PFF loves his elusiveness. 77.7 grade scream starter. Cam Akers as change-up? Depth charts key. Can he hit 20-plus totes without wearing down? Schemes evolve. Outside zones suit Mason's speed. Counters for power. Bengals rank 15th versus run. Opportunity. Pair with play action. Wentz to Thielen over the top. Is balanced attack or bust? Fans, Mason for RB1 long-term? His 0 fumbles, breakaway potential echoes Peterson flashes. Without him clicking, it's one-dimensional. Tease. Receiving reinforcements with Thielen's return. Thielen's homecoming. 9 years purple. 534 catches. 6,682 yards. Pro Bowls in 2018, 2021. Route runner extraordinaire. Carolina. 2023 Pro Bowl snub. But 1,000 plus yards. Back with us? He's slot maestro, drawing coverage off Jefferson. Wentz Thielen? Prior chemistry? Addison's suspension. PED violation? 3 games. Tough, but Thielen bridges. Naylor's speed complements. Trent Sherfield blocks well. Core depth. 200 targets available. Bengals CBs like Mike Hilton. Thielen's quicks could smoke. M. Jefferson's 500 catch milestone. The 25 GOAT trajectory. Thielen mentors. That's vet savvy. Against Cincy, double teams on JJ mean Thielen feasts. Storybook reunion. Wrapping D details. Smith's illness. Flu-like. Day-to-day. Jackson's fill-in. Athletic, but 54.7 grade lags Smith's 80+. Metellus 73.1. Elite. 3 PDs already. Murphy's targets. 7 catches allowed, but no big plays over 30. Rebound arc. No INTs. Ball drills intensify. Last year's 24? Scheme-driven. Flores wants turnovers. Bengals fumbled twice early. Capitalize. Van Ginkel's return? Game changer. 11.5 sacks. Depth like Ivan Pace Jr. at LB adds pop. Overall, D's 48.4 grade masks third down prowess. Versus Browning's 65% completion, force third and longs. This unit bends, but breaks Bengals? Possible. All right, SKOL Warriors, we've dissected the drama. From Wentz's whirlwind entry to Mason's grind, Jefferson's brilliance, and AD clawing back. Bengals 2-0? Not invincible? Our home field roar at US Bank will echo. Predict the score. Vikings 24-20? Hit comments. This is Vikings news at its rawest, passionate, unfiltered. For you. If Wentz slings it, D pressures, we steal one. What's your bold take? Like if you're hyped? Comment your lineup dreams, subscribe for weekly fire, and share with your fellow purple fanatics. SKOL Vikings. Let's ride. Who's with me?